Alright, now that I am finally done with all my explaining, we are actually going to make our map. And since you are a beginner, probably, I hope, we will start by making just a primitive brick house on a grass field. So we're going to drag out our grass field. Once again, press Z in the free 3D view and we can check it out. Looks about right. Maybe you can use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out on this grid. Maybe we could expand it a little bit more this way. And then in order to choose the proper texture, I've already gotten it here, but in the filter bar you can type in whatever you want. So for example, grass. And just a nice and easy texture is, if you look through here, it's called Grass Floor 002A. And yeah, so you just select that, hit enter. And now if we deselect it, so to unhighlight, we can see we have a beautiful plane of grass. And now that we have our field of grass, let's start making the walls of our house. So in order to do that, let's just grab a brick texture. This one is fine. And using the grid, we can also adjust the grid, make it bigger or smaller here on the top left. So I'm just going to adjust it here a little bit. Using the grid, let's drag out the walls of our house. And let's actually forget about a yard. We do not have the money for a yard, so we are poor. We're just going to make a huge walls of brick around grass. So there you can see one wall, perfect. And how you do this is it's the same idea as the floor. You just drag it where you want it using the top grid. You can see it in the 3D view, and then using these side views to find it, you can adjust it and check with the 3D view, and then drag it to where the other pieces are and align it using the grid. And this is a little bit disorienting at first, but once you get used to it, it's very easy and should not take you very long. And oops, looks like we missed a little bit. That's okay. We can just go to the selection tool, zoom into the part that we missed, and just drag it closed. And there you have it, a bricked in wall of grass. So now that we have this, what did I call it? A bricked in wall of grass. Okay, a bricked in wall of grass. We are going to add some objects, yes, props. And to do this, we're going to grab the entity tool, click anywhere on the grass, and right now you can see it's a little green dude. That's because it's a player start right now. All the entities actually have little 3D models. So in order to change that, you double click him in the 3D view, and you can see it's class info player team spawn. That's not what we want though. We want to make it a prop underscore static and hit apply at the bottom right. And let's actually make it a table. So in the here, select world model from this tool menu and hit browse. And sometimes the model browser will not work. In that case, just close it, deselect the object, reselect the object, and then type in table and pick one. And let's just do a very basic table, one of these, sure. Hit apply. And the table should start off in an okay position. If it does not, for example, you can see the legs are kind of buried in the ground at the moment. The way we fix this is we go to the top left, adjust the grid by making it smaller, and then drag the table up so now it is fully out. And actually, this table is a prop physics, so change its type to physics. You'll just have to experiment with what kind of tables are props in physics. If you're not actually testing your map, if you're just looking at it in the editor, it doesn't matter. But if you actually want to make a map with this, you're going to have to check if whether it's a physics Alright, and just to show you the difference between a static and a physics prop, I'm going to make another table real quick. Call it a prop underscore static. And I know that these tables are in fact static, so I'm just going to make one of these. Check on the grid whether it's properly aligned. It looks like it. And there we go. So now we have a prop physics and a prop static next to each other. And just go crazy with this, experiment with blocks and props, and I'll meet you in the next tutorial where I'll teach you how to finish up and actually, you know, create and make your map. And make sure to save. See you in the next tutorial.